Let's bring in KraneShares CIO Brendan Ahern. Brendan, hardly a bearish voice to be found at Davos and otherwise. I mean, some of these ADRs are in such overbought territory. I don't think you're coming on to be bullish either. But let me ask you, is it too late? What's left to be priced in here? And is the market complacent when it comes to the very real risk that is kicking off this week with the Lunar New Year potentially being a massive super spreader event?
Yeah, Deirdre, I think a lot of investors are still very skeptical about this rally. I think there's a lot of professional investors are still on the sidelines. Some of that skepticism, or even call it scar tissue, based on a tough market in China in 2021 and 2022. I think that's the dry powder that could lead to higher movement in Chinese equities. Because I think, again, there's a lot of money on the sidelines that hasn't gotten back involved. And I think, markets tend to grind higher, that climb that wall of worry in this type of situation.
Well, some might argue skepticism for good reason. Let me point to something we were talking about not long ago, which is the golden shares. These are special interest stakes in some of the biggest Chinese companies that are held by Beijing. So effectively putting them, or possibly putting them, in control of the Communist Party. These are companies like Alibaba and Tencent, two of the K-Web's biggest holdings. Does that compromise, what the K-Web set out to do in the first place?
No, I mean, ultimately, the stocks within K-Web are the transmission engines for domestic consumption as it occurs online. So part of the reopening trade for China is the rebound in consumption, which we think is really the way to play China in 2023. Certainly China is well known for having very strict data rules, user laws, very similar to Europe.
You said that last time, though. Yes, they have been seen as the engines of growth. But what I'm asking is, a lot has changed in the last few years, those golden shares most specifically. So does that change the story here? I mean, these companies, you can't say that they are run by the management when Beijing has this sort of influential stake in them. So are you saying nothing has changed over the last few years?
Well, certainly the companies have to adhere to the local laws, and certainly many U.S. tech companies chose to leave China. Google chose to leave China because it was unwilling to adhere to the local laws. So companies have a choice, and these companies are choosing to take advantage of a big opportunity, and that requires adhering to local laws. When you go to Europe, there's a lot of U.S. websites don't work in Europe because those U.S. companies refuse to adhere to the EU's general data protection rights. So yes, I mean, this is an element of doing business in China.
Some might argue